Hello folks, this is Scott with Dallas Paint Correction and Auto Detailing here in Dallas, Texas. I want to talk about paint preps. A lot of you guys, if you've been following my channel, know I'm in love with Dupli-Color. It's a grease and wax remover. The part number is CM543. This stuff is exceptional. For 32 ounces of it, it's about $8.99. It's reasonably priced. It does a great job of doing what traffic film or what a paint prep is supposed to do. So I love this stuff. I'm not necessarily getting rid of it, but what I've been doing is testing another paint prep or a body solvent, however you want to look at it. This is made by RUST-OLEUM. It's their wax and tar remover. Folks, what makes this stuff so exceptional for 32 ounces, it's $6.50. You can find it at Walmart, you can find it at Lowe's, you can find it at Home Depot, you can find it just about anywhere, and for $6.50 for 32 ounces, it's exceptional. If I use this on the panel and I just spray it on there like I do with any other paint prep, one of the things that we have to understand about a paint prep, what is its purpose? It's removing silicones, traffic film, grease, tar, waxes, sealants. You want to be able to remove all that stuff if you're going to be doing some type of paint correction, or if you really want to be diligent before you apply a wax or sealant. You want to make sure that your clear coat is what we call absolutely virgin. There's nothing on the surface. So I sprayed that RUST-OLEUM wax and tar remover, and I go across the panel. What's great about this stuff, it responds just like Dupli-Color. It's very easy to work with. It's not grabby on the surface like an IPA wipe down for many years professionals would use. Isopropyl alcohol mixed with water, and it would be a little grabby on the surface. You wouldn't necessarily want that. But the RUST-OLEUM works exceptionally well for $6.50. So I just wanted to pass that on to you. I've been testing it for 2 or 3 months. I love it. The other thing I want to talk about is, if you notice, I have the RUST-OLEUM wax and tar remover, the paint prep in this bottle, and it's absolutely clear. It almost looks like water. That's really important, folks, and I want to talk about my industry. I know I've been bashing my industry a lot the last couple of videos I've made, but they just make it so easy. I'm sorry. But when you want to buy a paint prep, again, what is the paint prep doing? It's trying to remove any type of material that may be on the car, residues from other type of cleaners or fancy polymers, my industry likes to call it, waxes, sealants, traffic film, you name it. Anything foreign you want off, so you got a completely clean clear coat. Let me ask you a question. Why does CarPro and a company like Geon, some other companies too, why do they sell you paint preps that are dyed? Think about that. Why is CarPro blue? Now let's go even further with this. Let's look deeper into the picture. Why does CarPro not only blue, but why does it have a fragrance in it? Again, what is the solvent trying to do? It's trying to remove potentially any product that may have a dye in it off the panel. It may be trying to remove something that has a fragrance off the panel. You don't want any of that stuff on the panel if you're truly looking for a clean, virgin clear coat. So why do these so-called professional grade companies give you paint preps that are dyed blue, dyed orange like Geon? Why do they put fancy fragrances in them? Folks, they're not targeting the professional detailer. They're not targeting the professional market because, one, they overprice their paint preps. Unbelievably overpriced as far as I'm concerned. What is it, $90 for a little bit over a gallon with CarPro, $69 for Geon for just a little bit over a gallon. What they're doing, folks, who they're targeting is the emotional buyer, not the professional. They're targeting the car enthusiast. That's where those companies make most of their money. Why do car enthusiasts like things that are dyed blue or have a fancy scent like Summer Breeze in it or smells like bubble gum? Well, they know something about the emotional buyer. They know something about the car enthusiast that has deep pockets. Some car enthusiasts believe, because of human condition, that if the bottle is blue versus a body solvent that should be clear, they automatically assume the blue's got to have more power. It's got to be a little bit more special than this stuff. Then they like the smell of the fragrance. But if you're a professional and you're looking for professional results and you want to use a body solvent that's virgin of any form material in it, because you got to ask yourself, CarPro has no business putting a dye in it. CarPro has no business putting a fragrance in it, because those potentially could be issues that are left on the panel, and you want something absolutely clean, clear. You want something that can get the job done and just be done with it. Because I'll tell you a story. When I bought CarPro, yes, I got sucked into it. I bought a gallon of it about a year ago. I used that gallon in about a week's time. When I use paint preps, I'm going through a gallon probably quicker than a week. I started to notice that CarPro, because it's got the dye in it, it's blue. I noticed my microfiber started there's some blue spots on this microfiber. I kept my hands on this one, but it's got some blue marks on it. What happened was the dye within CarPro, again, I'm using that whole gallon in less than a week's time. I may not necessarily clean my microfibers right away after that job. They may sit for 3 or 4 days before I do a load of laundry. I started to noticing them dyeing the microfiber. This is a little potential problem, an issue. Again, those products are targeting the car enthusiasts who will probably buy a gallon and never use it. They might use it 2 or 3 times a year because they're emotional buyers. They like colors, they like fragrances, they assume they'll work better for them. They've got deep pockets, they can spend that kind of money. But if you're a professional, you want professional results, make sure your body solvent or your paint prep is absolutely clear, no dyes, no fragrances, because those things have no business being inside your body solvent to begin with. So again, for $6.50 for Rust-Oleum, even if you wanted to go to Duplicolor at $8.99 for 32 ounces, still a great deal. But I've been testing this Rust-Oleum for the last 2 or 3 months. Exceptional product, works really well. It's not grabby on the surface like using an isopropyl alcohol wipe down, so that makes it nice. It's very easy to work with. It's slick under the microfiber, which is nice. You're not going to scratch the surface. You're not going to scratch the surface when you're using it. And I love it. Again, my industry, they're great seducers. They're also very late to the party. These paint preps like Rust-Oleum, Duplicolor, and there have been many out there that have been out there for eons. My industry is always late to the party. They're not really interested in the professional detailer who's been using IPA wipe downs for eons. And really within the last couple of years, my industry started to come up with, hey, we got a paint prep, like it was something new. We've been using this stuff forever. And when they bring it to the market, they're always late. They'll sell you a gallon of it for 5 times what it's worth, and then they'll put stuff in it that doesn't belong in it, like dyes and fragrances. Guys, just think about that. Do you want to use a paint prep that has dyes in it or fragrances? It doesn't make sense. Could that potentially leave some type of residue behind? You've got to answer that question for yourself. I don't want that to be part of the scenario ever when I'm trying to get professional results. I love you all. Talk to you soon.